Hello Leo, Leo Rising, and Leo Moon people. This is your weekly horoscope for the week starting October 17th, 2016. And of course, just a quick reminder for you guys, remember the astrology, and these horoscopes are meant to be kind of for the week, a more of a weekly, what's going on with the weekly trends. Longer term trends, monthly trends, are in the monthly horoscopes, and I actually just put out November's as well yesterday, so you should check that out after this. And also, if you ever want to get a personal reading about your personal situation, your personal intentions, or your personal chart, you can always follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com, where you can order a downloadable video file or schedule an appointment with me. So, what is going on with this week for you? Well, to be honest, we've got a lot going on surrounding this full moon in Aries early in the week, which is also conjunct Uranus, currently retrograde in Aries, and this is falling in your 9th house. Now this is all about kind of like the long-term expansion of your mind, your academics, your spiritual practice. This can also concern government and legal proceedings, as well as long-distance travel or international business, online business, and things like that. Now, with this full moon conjunct Uranus retrograde, we are getting an opportunity to take a chance we did not take in the past in these areas. When we talk about that, it's because Uranus retrograde, well, to be honest, Uranus retrograde is a long-term transit. It happens between August and December every year, and it's all about teaching us not to rely on chance too much to make all the decisions for us, or coincidence, or, when Uranus goes retrograde, it takes the spontaneity, the synchronicities, and all of that, and it diminishes their quantity in our lives. And so when the full moon happens, it's kind of like, hold on, we're going to go, what did we pass up on accident? This could be a travel opportunity for you, or a marketing opportunity to expand on your education, join a graduate program, or maybe even work abroad, travel abroad. If you need to actually go back and revise, or appeal any kind of government or legal situation that you are in, this is the full moon that's actually going to allow you to do that. So not only is this giving a rare chance, which is even rarer because of Uranus retrograde, but it's actually a second chance, which is also fairly rare during a Uranus retrograde with these areas. On Thursday, we've got Mars conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, which is actually your 6th house. And this is an area that rules physical health, but this also talks about your reputation and your daily work. And whenever you have Mars and Pluto come together, especially in a conjunction, I've been telling everyone this, and I'll say the same, beware of going a bit too far, beware of overkill this week. And when we talk about overkill, we're talking about just, again, going way too past the line, past what is necessary. Now, this could actually be a great week in terms of work, but make sure that it doesn't take its toll on your physical health, because you may be finding yourself actually burning up or getting worn down much more easily, or biting off more than you can chew. This can also be a tough aspect for one's reputation, so I would honestly be mindful about how you choose to actually display your hard work this week. There may be a point where we come off a little bit too intense to convey good energy or a good message, and so this is definitely a time to monitor how, again, your work and health balance and your reputation balance is going for itself. Is this actually serving properly, or is this a bit too crazy, or again, are we biting off more than we can chew? Because the commitments that we make, which you should not be making in terms of work on Thursday, could actually be with us for longer than we want. So what is going on? So what is going on with the cards then? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Yule Singer. And this is actually, again, a card of rebirth, a card of second chances. We already talked about second chances coming up here this week for you. And the Yule Singer is talking about rebirth in terms of an opportunity to kind of go back and take a left turn when you went right in the first place. And usually with the Yule Singer, this is actually an opportunity that could be benefiting more than one avenue. So this card is kind of saying, yes, even though we have all this energy going on in the 9th house for you, this actually does kind of bleed over into second chances in every area of life. So pay attention what cards are being put back on the table for you this week, because you might feel like, well, no, I decided against it, therefore I'm going to say no again. Maybe we shouldn't be turning something down twice. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and your financial life, we do have the Tower card inverted. This card can be a fairly intense card to deal with because it's talking about a struggle that is not necessarily directed at you, but it's going on in the work and finance environment. Typically the Tower card reversed always talks about us seeing a tumultuous situation, seeing a problem, or being kind of a witness or a bystander, but not being a part of it. This could open up opportunities and doors for you, but it will be way too chaotic this week for you to want to jump in right away, which I'm already saying, even with the astrology, don't jump in right away. The Tower card inverted can show up here where there could be news about a major change in the organization or in daily politics at work. Somebody could be quitting, possibly even getting fired. There could also be an opportunity opening up for you that needs some revision before you actually seize upon it. The Tower card inverted says this change will actually subside after the end of this week, but again, while we still have the chaos going on and the dust unsettled, you need to make sure that you don't too hungrily dive in, because it's not the early bird who gets the worm this time. The early worm will get crushed. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. For your communications with air when it comes to friends, relatives, and the others in your life, we've got the Eight of Wands inverted. I kind of feel like this week, with the Eight of Wands inverted, we're kind of noticing that, you know, there's going to be a bit of a slowdown in terms of social activity. You may be feeling like this is going to be a week where there's a lot of opportunities to kind of catch up on unfinished business around the house and home, where we're not really going to be seeing a lot of people hanging out with a lot of others. There's just not a lot of room for it. And the Eight of Wands inverted can also say a good thing. If you've been feeling like you've been burning out on people, everyone's been trying to take up too much of your time, it's become very taxing, this card can spell relief. For your challenge this week, with fire, we do have the Ten of Swords upright. And don't worry, I always pull extra cards when we get the Ten of Swords, because this usually does indicate a harsh end to a harsh situation. And usually this does indicate a flat-out no, or a flat-out rejection. Now, this might not be you being rejected. This might be you doing the rejecting. But with the Ten of Swords, it can also indicate you feeling some measure of guilt for issuing such a rejection or such a withdrawal. Let's find out a little bit more about that. For clarification, I have drawn the Six of Cups inverted and the Ace of Swords inverted. And this definitely looks like a rejection to another. And it looks like this may have to do with a friend or a relative who refuses to take responsibility for maybe actually getting away from reliving past patterns over and over again. Because the Ace of Swords inverted signifies somebody who will not take care of themselves, somebody who will not take their own initiative or work on their own behalf. And the Six of Cups inverted is basically saying this is a situation that you have seen before, they've done it again, and this time it's no dice when it comes to, don't come crying to me. That's basically where this energy is. And it may be hard to do that. You might feel guilt-tripped, you might feel like this person just is either blithely unaware or doesn't care, but, you have to be able to kind of protect your own energy. We ain't got time for this to happen right now again. And a lot of repeats are happening this week. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the King of Swords upright. Really nice little card here, because the King of Swords does talk about new love coming through the perhaps an air sign, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. And usually with the King of Swords upright, we are talking about a person who thinks more about what you need and maybe not necessarily what you want. The thing about the King of Swords is they're usually right. And this might be a friend who's actually kind of offering to set you up. The King of Swords usually is the strategist, and So if somebody is offering to set you up or introduce you this week, have an open mind. The King of Swords as a romantic partner potential usually does show up as, again, somebody who wants to have that meeting of the minds. And usually it's what's on the inside, what they don't bring to the first impression that is there. Usually the King of Swords upright has a challenge to go through, in and of themselves, where it's like their personal presentation does not match the perfect match that they could be on the inside, or the common ground that is on the inside. So we're going to have to make sure that we give people fair chances. For those of you who are currently coupled, the King of Swords is talking about you and your partner actually giving each other those fair chances and having a beautiful meeting of the minds this week. In spite of all the chaos and everything else around, you and your partner are most likely going to be using this as an opportunity to get ahead while everyone else is scrambling like chickens with their heads cut off. So that is your forecast. I hope you enjoyed it, Leo. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.